the people. Now that's a whole nother ball game.
I mean, do they have to fuck them? Can it be like an IVF, in vitro fertilization? Like maybe they want to make a better version of themselves?
Yeah, but also too, like, don't forget that this ties into hollow earth theory and how at the top of the earth is where a lot of highly technological beings are at, and they're not in outer space, they're here on earth.
You mean like the unidentified submerged objects that they might be
Well,
underneath?
right, there are those, but I'm talking about the ones that are literally coming out of hollow earth,
The
right?
Antarctica.
Antarctica, like, and so basically, like, you know, that's like they're sneaking out at night, and these are like super humanoid beings that have these flying, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't think that the answer is too far away. When you said pregnant, that immediately made me think, like, because I just don't imagine that alien semen could, but see, we're thinking of aliens like they're just big green goblins and not a more advanced humanoid, or yeah, it got to be more advanced, a more advanced humanoid type of thing. Yeah, hollow earth.
So, do you think that they're like of the same species? Like we used to have a lot of humanoid species wandering the earth, like the Neanderthals. They were other human species, and we could interbreed with them. That's why there's Neanderthal bloods. The Denisovans,
Right.
we could interbreed with them as well.
The
So you're
who?
saying they were in Asia?
And what were they?
They were human. Let me get my mouse.
Because, you know, they found all these different skulls too. So all the different skulls show you the different.
They're the different skulls.
Right. See, now we get into the real truth. Like, really, who pussy the best for real now? Because it's not just humans anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know. And I feel like we might be winning because if they raping our women, we're not taking theirs.
We may have back in the day. So when we were humans, we're taking over Europe and Asia, Homo sapiens sapien. So that's the first one, Homo sapiens sapien. Then we have Homo sapien neanderthalis, Homo sapien denisovan. So they're like, I want to say like closer to breeds, like they could interbreed with each other, like dogs can.
Right. And so, I mean, here's the thing. Are we races of people or are we breeds of people?
Well, if we want to go back 20,000 years ago, we would have been breeds.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like in Asia, there's an Asian person. Like, we know them for how their structure of their, like, are they a breed of human?
Oh, that's an interesting question.
Because they're, you know, it's like, oh, they're good at this, but right, but they're like short across the board, right? But they're very smart. You know what I'm saying? It's like is this, like, are there different breeds of human? Like, as a black man, we're just a different breed. A white man, different breed. And so when you combine them, sometimes there are, you know, and that was probably the plan the whole time, is to make like an earth race or earth breed.
Okay, so humans are definitely overall a race. And then you can, of course...
No, a race or a species?
A species.
Okay.
That's what I mean. Okay,
Okay,
so a
okay,
species.
okay.
And then I define species, and maybe I'm past the times as they can interbreed with each other. Like...
Correct, like a liger.
Well, a liger...
They would never happen in the wild, right? But it's possible for a lion to get pregnant and give birth to a tiger's offspring.
But isn't the offspring then sterile?
Sterile, correct.
So that's not the same with if a black person and a white person have a baby, then the offspring can still have children.
Right. And so, but that's because it's not natural, right? But the being exists of a liger.
Yeah. Oh,
right?
yeah. Like a mule.
So that being can exist. Some beings, like, you can't do like a snake and a lion. You know what I'm saying? Like, that couldn't exist, right? They're in the same kind of area of, you know, and so they're in the same species, cat species.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can interbreed them because they're pretty close, and then the offspring. If you have a father who's a tiger and a mother who's a lion, it's different than the other way around.
Correct.
So it's
because it's a liger and a tigon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just pull up.
I don't feel like tigons make it. I feel like ligers are the ones.
I saw a liger years ago at the Renaissance Fair in New England, King Richard's Fair, and they actually had the liger out. There was like a liger show. This is probably before it was all illegal to do that.
Yeah.
And
Was it big?
it was so big. And the only thing keeping it from the audience was this little person with eyes on the back of his head, like drawn on the back of his head. And then I was thinking about that.
Oh, because the lion would think he was looking at him.
Yeah. And I was like, that's not safe.
Damn, if the liger ever figures it out, like, why this motherfucker not crying? But he cried. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. People, man, we gotta stop playing with shit. I remember my mom, I took a picture with a bear and I was damn near hugging it. And my mom was on the other side of me. I'm like, what the fuck were we doing? What the fuck were we doing? Yeah, look at that.
A real bear?
A real bear at the state fair. They put a head of lettuce in his mouth right before the picture. So he just like, and I was like, all right, thank you. And I was like, what the